Coming up on Torrance Today, an apartment fire displaces dozens of residents and the city is stepping in to help. A heat wave prompts a flex alert, what you need to know. And Torrance residents roll up their sleeves for a summer blood drive here at the Civic Center. All this and more coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Lauren LaBruna. It's 4 p.m. on Wednesday, August 17th. I hope you're having a great week so far. Thank you so much for joining us. Here is our first story. A big apartment fire broke out yesterday afternoon, forcing about 60 residents out of their homes.
Very surprising. People are knocking the door saying, get out. I was like, wow, you don't really have time to really get things, or, you just get out and you see all these people you've never seen before, and you see flames from the building. It's like, wow, I hope it doesn't get to my place. I was the first section to the third, it was about 7 apartments over. Well, they set up our little shelter for us. They're very nice. They took care of us, fed us and cots and everything. This is great. Because, being a citizen of Torrance, I was glad they took care of us.
Baker was one of 2 residents who sought shelter inside the Toyota meeting hall last night, and more families are expected to stay there tonight. The city quickly transformed the space into a safe haven for displaced residents with the help from the American Red Cross. Torrance firefighters say fire and smoke filled the 2-story Center Hall apartment complex located at the 4000 block of Emerald Street when they arrived there around 4:30 p.m. yesterday. Luckily, no injuries were reported and firefighters put out the flames in about a half hour. We're told 8 of the units are completely destroyed and the other 24 need to be properly aired out before residents can return home. The city hosted a UCLA summer blood drive today, drawing lots of generous donors to the Ken Miller Recreation Center.
I think it's really everyone's civic responsibility to step up and help out. I know that UCLA has been here in the past, and I think that it creates another opportunity for our local residents to, show up and help out.
It's literally saving the lives of people that, are sick. Pre-COVID, I believe that it was only maybe 5% of America that was donating, and then when COVID came in, it went down, unfortunately, to 3%. So it tends to go up and down. Right now it's kind of, going down. So yeah, it's extremely important to donate.
UCLA officials say while the pandemic is improving in our region, they are still experiencing a severe blood shortage and hospital demands continue to outpace the rate of donations. A severe blood shortage is affecting their center, and blood suppliers across the nation, such as the American Red Cross, expect the shortage to continue for the foreseeable future. They thank everyone who came out to help close the gap on the current donation needs. Community members came together last night to weigh in on a proposed new metro line in Torrance. The C or Green Line extension would run 4.5 miles and provide 2 new stations in our area. Metro shared information they had on their proposals and walked attendees through the history, environmental process, and various alternative routes. Metro officials answered questions and explained further details about the proposed station. They also featured 3D video renderings of the proposed pass. The city expressed opposition to the proposal regarding an above-ground rail line construction on Hawthorne Boulevard. You can learn more on the city's website. Torrance Transit expects to bring an item to council next month with a joint recommendation from the city manager's office to reaffirm the city's position for the right-of-way alignments and the opposition to the Hawthorne alignment. Metro says the ultimate goal of the project is to improve mobility within the South Bay, provide alternatives to congestion along the 405 corridor, and reduce air pollution and greenhouse emissions. The City of Torrance kicked off a wellness program last month called Healthy Torrance, motivating employees to do something positive every day for their bodies and minds. Today, a group of city workers spent their lunch hour walking around a local park, including City Cable's Christine Lee.
Hey Lauren, so this Healthy Torrance campaign got me walking or doing some sort of activity every day, but usually it's by myself or with my dog or with my husband. So today it's so nice to be out here at Delthorne Park with my fellow Torrance colleagues.
We are the Eco Devo Divas. We are walking as part of Healthy Torrance. We finally got out here together to get the blood pumping and to motivate each other.
I agree with everything Fran said, and it's fun. Gives us a time to chat too.
Yes, it is fun, and then you're doing it with other people, and it really helps in getting your steps in, and it's a step in the right direction, so we're going to keep it up.
We're just hoping that people really get involved and kind of get in touch with their physical, mental wellness, just kind of relaxing, taking the stress off of life, work habits, things like that, and just really hoping that they work on a more well-balanced work life.
Higuera says so far more than 100 city employees are participating, with at least half of them logging their daily activities online. The 3-month program ends October 3rd, but the Human Resources Department hopes to make this a quarterly thing. There are also prizes such as shirts, towels, water bottles, and even tickets to the Dodgers or Rams games for individuals and groups of participants. Organizers hope this inspires more people, including our viewers, to do something regularly that benefits their bodies and minds. Are you interested in learning more about our city's history? Well, tomorrow night, the Torrance Historical Society Museum is hosting an event honoring the Torrance Rose Float Association. From 5 to 8 p.m., visitors can view old photo albums, a slideshow of every Torrance float entry, including the very first float, and enjoy treats as they look back at the history. The tradition of Torrance participating in the Tournament of Roses parade began with our city's founder, Jared Sidney Torrance, who is on the board of directors for more than 130 companies and organizations, including the Valley Hunt Club that sponsored the first Rose Parade in 1890 to promote Pasadena as a warm weather destination to their East Coast friends. The City of Torrance's first float entry was in 1914, and it won a trophy, which is on display at the Torrance Historical Society and Museum. The museum is located at 1345 Post Avenue. Event organizers hope to see some new faces tomorrow as they celebrate the city's history and the Rose Float Association's ongoing efforts. The second half of a major road renovation project begins tonight in Irwindale, potentially affecting drivers from our area heading to and from Las Vegas, especially during the weekend. Starting tonight at 10 p.m., a 5-day closure on the 210 begins. Eastbound lanes from the 605 to Irwindale will be shut down for 126 hours. Crews will be replacing the hinges on the 50-year-old San Gabriel Bridge portion of the freeway. Caltrans officials urge motorists to avoid the area or take the 60 or 10 freeways instead. The MetroLink and Metro Gold Line are also available for transit. The project is expected to be completed on August 23rd, and lanes are set to reopen that day at 5 a.m. A Flex Alert just began at 4 p.m., and Californians are asked to conserve energy tonight through 9 p.m. The California Independent System Operator issued the alert as high temperatures are expected to put a strain on the system. During Flex Alert hours, consumers are encouraged to do the following: set thermostats to 78 degrees or higher, avoid using major appliances like dishwashers or laundry machines, turn off all unnecessary lights, use fans for cooling, and unplug unused electrical items. President Joe Biden signed the Inflation Reduction Act into law yesterday, making it the largest clean energy investment in U.S. history.
There you go. It's now law.
The bill gives more than $300 million in climate reform, $60 billion for boosting renewable energy infrastructure like solar panels and wind turbines, and includes tax credits for electric vehicles. Democrats believe the bill will lower greenhouse gas emissions by 40%, but it still falls short of Biden's original goal. The bill also allows for the federal health secretary to negotiate some drug prices for Medicare, as well as a 3-year extension on healthcare subsidies in the Affordable Care Act. When it comes to taxes, the legislation establishes a 15% minimum tax on corporations that make $1 billion or more. Despite the name, expert economists believe the law will have little impact on inflation. Just a few weeks after President Biden tested positive for COVID-19, his wife, First Lady Jill Biden, has also tested positive. The Bidens traveled to South Carolina over the past week for a family vacation. The First Lady developed cold-like symptoms Monday evening, and her PCR came back positive yesterday. She is double vaccinated, twice boosted, and currently taking Paxlovid, Pfizer's antiviral drug. President Biden will follow U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention guidelines on close contacts and wear a mask for 10 days. Mrs. Biden will stay at a private residence in South Carolina and will return to D.C. when she has 2 negative COVID tests. The LA Regional Food Bank and partners organized its 11th annual Feed SoCal food drive, and it was a major success. During the food drive, community members were asked to give financial gifts for food insecure families. And the drive was able to provide more than 3 million meals. SoCal food banks benefiting include the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank, Second Harvest Food Bank of Orange County, Feeding America Riverside, and Food Share. These donations come at a time when many families are struggling with the rising cost of food. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics say prices for food at home rose 11.7% from last year. The food bank and its partner agency of more than 600 work to help fill the hunger gap to support families and give access to nutritious meals. The UK is the first country to approve the Omicron-specific booster. The vaccine is a Moderna shot and is a mix of 2 versions of the vaccine. Half is targeted at the original strain of the coronavirus, and half is a new formula designed to fight the original Omicron variant, BA.1. UK researchers found that the Moderna booster triggered a strong immune response against both strains. However, the vaccine approved in the UK is different than the Omicron-specific boosters officials hope to release in the US this fall. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration asked vaccine developers to target the BA.4 and BA.5 subvariants that make up the vast majority of cases in our country. Officials have indicated that Omicron-specific boosters will become available sometime this fall after expected authorization by mid-September. Still ahead, it's Wonderful Wednesday, and there's something we can all do to save a furry friend. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
The doctor, or is this with the nurse practitioner? Fantastic. Dad, lunch. Got some soup for you.
You are loved.
Oh, you. Look at those freckles.
This was very much.
You are valued. You are strong. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving.
At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to share a positive story that fits the theme for the day. On this wonderful Wednesday, it is Clear the Shelters Month in LA County, and it is the perfect time to find your new furry friend. In celebration, cat adoption fees will be waived, and all dog adoption fees are just $20 across all Los Angeles County animal shelters. Many animal shelters are overflowing and short-staffed and need more people to adopt. You can also use the We Rescue app to look for adoptable pets in your area by breed, gender, and size, and even submit your adoption application directly through the app. For more information about the month-long event, visit cleartheshelters.com. Well, that's our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a great day.